This week on the Met Report, food trucks compete for your business, and a marathon lights up Denver.
Also, Mayor Hancock comes to Metro to spread innovation.
All this and more coming up on the Met Report.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Eric Gallion.
And I'm Karen Vega. Let the countdown begin. There are only 99 days left for those of you graduating in December. Today is the last day to turn in your graduation application. This application only takes a few minutes and you can fill it out and return in the office of the registrar in the Student Success Building. If you have any questions about graduation, visit msudenver.edu/commencement. The website has graduation checklists, deadline information, and much more. You can also call the registrar's office at 303-556-3985 to talk to someone directly.
Labor Day weekend kicked off on Friday with the Electric Run happening all over the U.S. Denver's Electric Run was a 5K and featured a wonderland of lights and glow sticks. The event partnered with the Special Olympics Committee of Colorado to make all dreams come true. The runners participating set examples and showed that the mind, body, and soul are connected. The run also promoted having a healthy body while having fun in a drug-free environment. Students also got a chance to enjoy their time on campus after the Labor Day weekend. The Center for Innovation hosted the Own It event at the Student Success Courtyard. On Wednesday, the event featured student entrepreneurs, models, and local musicians. Students showed up to support these creative businesses and celebrated their success. Student organizations, food vendors, and Metro student Adrian Berrigan's fashion truck entertained the crowd. Among the visitors were President Stephen Jordan and Mayor Michael Hancock.
They're engaged, they're much happier, they're following a passion, and we just know this, people who are able to engage in their passion tend to be much happier.
A federal judge has ordered 2 Denver Steak and Shake restaurants to shut down immediately after favoring the national chain's request. The corporate officials argued that the franchise owners were charging too much for menu items. The owners claimed that the corporate office had previously approved the price changes. The ruling is expected to take effect when Steak and Shake files a $50,000 bond. The closest Steak and Shake to satisfy your cravings is now 60 miles away in Colorado Springs.
Steak and Shake isn't the only restaurant currently facing troubles. Higher wages and unionization were in the minds of thousands last Thursday in one of the largest fast food strikes of all time. The strike took place in over 50 cities nationwide, including Denver. McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's were just a few of the chains involved. The minimum wage currently sits at $7.25 an hour, and workers hope to double that amount. According to MSNBC, if the appeal for higher pay is granted, it would effectively wipe out a substantial chunk of what is called the low-wage economy.
As restaurants see a decline in sales, food vendors are cashing in on campus last week. The Food Truck Showdown Hiteraria and Kellen Stone brings you the sights and sounds of the event.
Hi, I'm John Caton. I'm with Pot Kettle Black Food Truck.
I'm the owner of Craft Spot Gourmet Food Truck.
We are Saj Mediterranean Grill.
So we're here at the Food Truck Showdown on the Florida campus. Good turnout. Lots of happy people here today.
I think we make it from scratch, you know? That's what means scratch. We say the bread fresh. We have the falafel stuff from scratch.
Slow cooked gourmet cuisine. So it's all about slow cooking proteins and then layering it over grains, topping it with signature sauces. So we customize the individual person each time you come to our shop.
We do Southern inspired, locally sourced food. Try to get as much from local farms and dairies and stuff like that as possible. A lot of our food is, we do a lot of pulled pork. We do a little bit of Cajun catfish tacos.
They're both really good, but I think I like the Saj better. And then I really feel like everyone has Mr. Bear too.
This is huge for us. It's a very, very big win. We've been down at the Metro State campus for many years, and we've got quite a big following. From my understanding, it was a very, very close race, but we are honored and privileged and very proud to be able to come down here to the Auraria campus and feed the students. So good for us, good for everybody.
You know, Eric, all this food talk is definitely making me hungry.
Well, why don't we just take a few minutes and grab a quick bite to eat?
I'm with you.
All right. Well, coming up after the break, the Olympics are dropping one of their oldest sports. Find out which one.
And Miles Potter talks Roadrunners soccer. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Met Report. Governor Hickenlooper recently introduced the new Colorado State logo. The new state logo is described as the most ambitious branding effort ever undertaken by a state. Colorado will incorporate the new logo into every aspect of the state government, including signs, letterheads, tourism promotion, vehicle emblems, and business cards. The green triangle, along with its simple yet defining slogan titled, "It's Our Nature," is said to save public dollars by eliminating the need to manage individual brands for each agency and department in state government.
Earlier this year, multiple Colorado counties made attempts to secede from Colorado to form a new state, Northern Colorado. Sources say 11 counties are going to vote this November on the matter. The counties shown in green are spearheading the secession, such as Weld, Yuma, and Elbert. They have the support from counties in yellow. Counties in red show no support, including Denver and Boulder. Blue show some support but are not likely to vote. White counties remain neutral. If the vote passes at the county level, the state Congress and governor will then vote. The U.S. Congress votes on it if it passes the state level. West Virginia was the last state to secede from another state back in 1861.
The new state may not include Colorado's newest amendment into legislation. Coloradans have kept a close eye on the federal government's reaction to the recent passing of Amendment 64. The controversial law legalizes the recreational use of marijuana to citizens above the age of 21. Attorney General Eric Holder notified Governor Hickenlooper to inform him that federal authorities will not impede on the bill. Amendment 64 co-author Brian Vicente thinks this is a positive move by the federal government. Vicente says that he is thrilled with the government standing aside and allowing Colorado to move forward with the regulation of marijuana.
A drastic change is coming to the 2020 Olympic Games. Jeffrey Will has more.
Wrestling, the oldest Olympic sport, has lost its spot as a core sport. The International Olympic Committee released a statement saying that wrestling will not be included as a core sport for the 2020 Olympics and is now vying for inclusion along with baseball, softball, and roller sports.
I think the fact that the Olympics is founded in tradition, and that's what it's supposed to be all about, is what really makes this decision crazy.
We had a chance to talk to Olympic wrestler Elena Poroshkova about the IOC's decision.
Honestly, I think I can speak for everybody. We all thought it was a bad joke at first. I saw it on Facebook the first time, and I thought it was a bad rumor. But then when I started clicking on the links, I was like, oh wow, this looks pretty legitimate. So I don't know. It still shocks. I think everybody, people who don't even wrestle, think it's kind of weird. I think that wrestling is being taken out since it was an original sport.
The IOC meets in Argentina from September 7th to the 10th for the 125th session to decide what sports will be included in the 2020 Olympic Games. The Met Report will keep you posted as more develops. For the Met Report, I'm Jeffrey Will.
Fans may not see changes in the next Summer Olympics, but with the Winter Olympics quickly approaching, so is a controversy. Sochi, Russia hosts the 2014 Winter Games. With the recent bill Russian President Vladimir Putin signed, the GLBT athletes and supporters may not make an appearance. Russia now bans propaganda of non-traditional sexual relations to minors. One Russian lawmaker has stated that this new gay propaganda law will be enforced during the Games, and both spectators and athletes may be subject to persecution. However, the International Olympic Committee has said that the Russian government assured them that all athletes and spectators would be safe from arrest. While some are boycotting the 2014 Olympic Games, other GLBT athletes, such as openly gay speed skater Blake Skiloerup, have pledged to wear rainbow pins during the Games.
I think it's great that athletes are standing up for themselves.
I think so. I think this is definitely important in this day and age for sure.
Absolutely. And well, coming up after the break, Brittany Carter brings us the latest in the entertainment world, and Miles Potter talks Met Report sports. But first, Kevin Hall has a 5-day weather report. How's next week looking, Kevin?
Well, I think we're all ready for that 90-degree weather to be out of Colorado, and there is some relief in sight. As we take a look over on the western slope, we see that it is going to be a little bit cooler, mid to high 80s. There will be a chance to get up to 90 degrees, so be ready for that. Keep that air conditioner running. And over in Lamar, it's always hot there, let's be honest. 98 might approach 100, so if you're living out in the eastern plains, just stay indoors. And as we move on to Sunday, we see that it is going to be a little bit cooler. Maybe a slight temperature drop here and there, such as Denver. It's going to be 87 Boulder, but still reaching 90-degree temperatures out in DIA. As we move out to our 5-day forecast, we see that there's going to be a couple chances for thunderstorms early in the week on Monday and Tuesday, mid-70s. So open up those windows. It's going to be a lot cooler compared to what it has been. 75 on Wednesday, and as we get closer to the weekend, it's going to get sunnier and a little bit warmer, but still mid to low 80s. That's going to do it for this week's weather. I'm Kevin Hall, and we'll see you after the break.
Domo Magato, Brian's son. Good luck on your travels.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. I was okay. I was a little dancing, these, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
Hi guys, this is Eddie McClintock. I play Special Agent Pete Latimer on Warehouse 13, and you are watching The Met Report.
Welcome back. Now Brittany Carter dishes out the latest entertainment. What's happening, Brittany?
Hello and welcome to our very first fall edition of Entertainment. I'm Brittany Carter, and boy do we have a lot in store for you today. You voted and the results are in for the best movies of the summer. But first, there is this. The silence has been broken by Miley Cyrus. After her very controversial Video Music Award performance, Miley made a statement to MTV explaining herself. Check this out.
Now, we're 3 days later and people are still talking about it. They're overthinking it. You're thinking about it more than I thought about it when I did it. Like, I didn't even think about it because that's just me.
Now, I know her performance was very inappropriate, but Miley makes a good point. We are very obsessed with her and other celebs' actions. We think more about their actions than they do. I'm talking 3.4 million tweets over thought. Be sure to tune in next week where we take a look inside the celeb psyche and figure out why celebs in our generation are acting out. But first, we're going to take a look and take into something non-celeb related. From crazy shows in Hollywood to even better in the Mile High, Priscilla, the Queen of the Desert, the musical, hits the Buell Theater. If you're up for an adventure, this show tells a story about a group of friends on a road trip of a lifetime who end up on a battered old bus. Priscilla features famous pop songs like It's Raining Men, Finally, and I Will Survive. Click on to kmetradio.org to find out show dates and ticket pricings. A new musical is also hitting Denver is The Kid. This fun and interactive musical tells a story about the star of the show, Joey McIntyre, the former member of New Kids on the Block. He takes the audience on a 3-decade journey of stage dreams. Here's an exclusive look at Joey and what he brings into the theater.
I bring a pop world element to it that is cool to bring into the theater, but at the same time there is a theater community and there is a way to do things and a way to work it out. There is a craft.
The show runs through September 15th, and for more information on student tickets and the full interview, visit kmetradio.org. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the winners of the best movies of the summer. First, we start with the movie that I thought was really going to take the win. The Heat, starring Sandra Bullock and McCarthy, sadly wasn't the most popular and came in last. Moving up to the top, it was a close call, but We Are the Millers took second place. Following up by This Is the End, a comedy packed with real actors playing themselves in an end-of-the-world apocalypse. This hilarious movie follows the stars on their quest of survival. The worst action was no shock to me. Channing Tatum could not win over moviegoers for White House Down. On the other hand, the handsome Brad Pitt won over the audience and landed his movie World War Z in second place. Henry Cavill swept the polls and took first place for his role in Man of Steel. I'm sure everyone is already preparing for Man of Steel 2.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but my ultimate summer fave movie was We're the Millers. That was so funny.
I got to see it as a sneak preview, so I was really thrilled with it.
Yeah, it was actually a good movie.
Yeah, definitely enjoyable.
Good movies out there.
Well, after the break, Miles Potter brings the latest in Roadrunner soccer.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
From the Colorado School of Mines in Golden.
To Black Hills State University in South Dakota.
To Colorado State University in Pueblo.
For more than 100 years.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference
has stood for excellence in the classroom and on the playing field.
With 14 great colleges and universities.
Student athletes in the RMAC achieve on a national stage.
While earning their college degrees.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, continuing the tradition of excellence.
Now joining us is Miles Potter. Fall sports are just kicking in. How are the teams looking, Miles?
So far, so good, Karen. Our number 10 ranked team, women's soccer, kicked off the fall season by opening at West Texas A&M. The game started out slow, scoreless for the first 45 minutes, but the Roadrunners jumped on the board in the 63rd minute with a goal by Abby Rolfe. 18 minutes later, Carly Nelson finds the back of the net of a deflected pass from Rolf. Metro goes on to win 2-0. The Roadrunners will take on number 14 ranked Dallas Baptist on Saturday in Texas. Brittany Cito, Alex Green, Amy Wong, and 33 other Metro State student athletes were awarded the NCAA Division II Academic Achievement Award this past month. The award, to receive this award, you have to have a GPA of 3.5 and attend a minimum of 2 years or 4 semesters of college-level works. It's great to see our student athletes put in as much work in the classroom as they do on the field. Going from season to season, teams always lose players. For our volleyball team, more than half the squad is new. How do they deal with this? This and much more in our volleyball season preview.
Well, it's got its challenges, but in a lot of ways, it can bring a freshness into your program, and that's what's happening. They're infusing us with some great new attitudes and perspective and talent.
With a wave of new players and spots to fill, the team will have an uphill climb to get back to the big dance and reach the NCAA tournament for the 14th straight season.
I think we'll be a team, whereas in the past we've always been really good at the beginning and then we kind of peak and drop off. I think we're going to be climbing all season long and hit the peak at the right time.
With all these new girls, they brought a lot of different adversity to the team, so we're able to change things up with our offense. We're going to be really good defensively, so I don't think that it's really going to change anything at all.
Veteran leadership will be key in getting this team back to the tournament, and with only 2 seniors on the team, Alyssa Heath and Alex Green will be called upon frequently to guide the squad.
Probably the most important thing is we just need that steadiness, for them to be both leaders on and off the floor and go-to players for us.
I think I'm definitely going to have to be more of a vocal voice on the court and off the court, making sure that the newbies are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and as the libero, just being that loud vocal leader on the court, taking charge of the back row.
Knowing that they can kind of keep things steady out there while we bring along some of the newer players, and I think that, calmness, composure, and understanding of what we do, that's probably the most valuable thing that they bring. But they both look really good right now.
Normally a mainstay in the national rankings, the Roadrunners start this season ranked out of the top 25. The team will have a chance to jump into those rankings when they take part in the Colorado Premier Challenge, taking on the nation's top teams.
We're going to get plenty of opportunities. I think we counted 5 or 6 matches in the first month that we're going to play nationally ranked teams, and I think that'll give us an idea where we stand pretty quickly.
I think it's so much fun. It's just a time where you can just go all out and compete as hard as you want, and if you lose, you lose. You're playing against top teams. It feels good to play against good competition.
For Met Report Sports, Kevin Hall.
Volleyball opens the season today against Cal State East Bay in Oregon, and we'll be back in Denver next Friday to host the Colorado Premier Challenge. Men's soccer was voted to the coaches as to finish 3rd in the RMAC. After a 12-7 overall record from last season, Coach Parson looks to improve on that by returning to the NCAA tournament. Some key players returning for Roadrunners is Andrew Mejia, the 2012 first-team All-RMAC defender, and Danny Arubula, the 2012 RMAC Freshman of the Year. Coach Parson returns for his 10th season at the helm, and we caught up with him to talk about the upcoming season.
There's any question that this region and this conference is probably one of the toughest in the nation. So it's a battle day in and day out. And I mean, if you look at the scores from last year, there were very, very, very few blowouts. Across the league. Even from.
Men's soccer opens the season today against Western Washington at 3:30.
You can go kick it with the soccer team today?
Oh, absolutely. I'm heading over there right after this.
Nice.
Hey, that makes 2 of us, Miles.
All right.
See you there.
Save me some popcorn.
All right, I will.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Karen Vega, Kevin Hall, Brittany Carter, Miles Potter, and the whole Met Report staff, I'm Eric Gallion. We'll see you on campus.